What's going on, guys? James Polk here. As the XZ Festival comes to an end, I decided to showcase you guys the deck profile for the XZ's event format. So, how well did I do on some occasions? Some games got the opponent in check big time. Some games pretty much one-sided, and then some games are just more than others. So, let's see what's up about the deck list for you guys to showcase it. So first things first, about the whole entire XZ progress. Weirdly enough, throughout the course of the matchups, I have not saw Burning Abyss, Phantom Knights. I did see some Utopia decks. I did see one Satellar Knight deck. And in terms of any other XZ based decks that I did see, it's very rare to come across those, but at the same time, most games is just self FTK and so on. Alright, without further ado, let's get to it. So first things first, about the spice cards. Consecrated Lights, of course, play 2 of them. So, the reason why I stuck with this spice card of Consecrated Light is that its effect simply states, no one can normal or special dark monsters or declare an attack with a dark monster. This card cannot be killed by battle with a dark monster. Also, no battle damage. So, in this context about dark-based decks, whether if it's Phantom Knights, Burning Abyss, most of the time, those types of dark decks will be kept in check. Same with Evil Swarm, Black Wings, and Ray Raptors as well. Anything that's dark based, they're not going to be able to play the game as much when it comes to Consecrated Light. And then the other floodgate spice I play is Ally of Justice Quarantine, as you guys saw from those few videos ago, taking on light based decks such as Drytrons, Satellars, Utopia, anything that's light-based, Quarantine will keep them in check. And I did happen to come across at least 2 to 3 Photon / Galaxy decks, and going first, seeing this card, puts in tons of works. So if you see either Consecrated Light or Ally of Justice, and if it's a light or dark based deck that your opponent is playing, chances are you are automatically winning from the spot. And then 2 Ashes, the only hand trap I play. So for the FPs, that would be 2 Alsa, 2 Area, 2 Hitas, and 2 Wind. Shouldn't need to say anything, it's the deck. And then the animals, 1 Earth, 1 Fire, 1 Water, and 3 Wind this time. For the XZ's preparation event, I chose 1 Gigabyte and 3 Renryu. It is because the XZ summon of Chidori is really strong, which we'll get into that later on. And then Awakening Reaper. And Awakening Reaper is literally the only super good Awakening monster, because Reborning level 4 or lower, which is insanely broken, and on top of that, free possessed spell trap search. And then for the spell lineup, Raigeki, Feather Duster, Mind Control, 2 Dark Rulers, 2 Lightning Storm, Awakening of the Possessed Spell, Fairy Tale Tales, and 3 Spirit Charmers. The traps, 2 Evenly Matched, 3 Possessed Partnerships, 1 Scale Drain, and 1 Unpossessed. And then as for extra deck, which some came up, some are just really irrelevant because of destruction effects those days. And then the ones that I did make over the course of the whole XZ event were Gem Knight Pearl, Photon Papal Operative, Lightning Chidori, Donner Magician, Heartland Draco, and Rhapsody of Berserk. That's that for the top section of the deck. So, Gem Knight Pearl, one time against the Photon Galaxy player where he made the Photon Lord. Gem Knight Pearl is the best way to go because he is a beat stick and it can out the Photon Lord easily. And then Photon Pepper Operative, the card comes up on some occasions because anytime I see set cards, I could just have Pepper Operative do some flipping it up, see what it is, and debuffs the attack for quite a bit. And then Lightning Chidori is the best card in the extra deck out of all the rank 4s. Like, there is no question about how good Lightning Chidori really is out of all the extra deck rank 4s there is. And then Downer Magician, this card is insanely broken because people forgot about this card's existence, and it's not because of AA Zeus abuse. Because what most people forgot about Downer Magician as an actual monster card itself is the fact that she is a spellcaster. This actually pairs up with the animals and the awakening spell as well, so that the more attributes you control, the heavier power Downer can be. And on some occasions, I had her sitting at 3100, let alone at least 2 other attributes with Downer and the awakening spell. So that is about 3100. And then Heartland Draco, this card actually did come up in case if I never saw Skill Drain versus Time Lords. Heartland Draco is the best go-to card in order for you to get around the Time Lord shenanigans. And then Rhapsody in Berserk, this card did its wonders. Pairing with any of the XZs I have, as long as they have the ability to swarm, I could just have literally any XZ along with Rhapsody in Berserk to hook it up as an equip spell, gain the 12 boost, and then just go to work with the attack power from there on out. And then the rest of the XZs from the top section that I did not make are Princess Cologne, it never comes up. Sky Pegasus, sadly, never comes up because too many cards these days have destruction effects. Fairy King Overwatch, originally I did wanted to make this card. The fact that I have Asa and Nefarious out on board, but in most situations, I'd rather go into literally any generic rank 4 that isn't Chidori because obviously it takes wins. And any other rank 4 basic Z, just so that depends on how the board state goes. Like, if the card ever comes up, it comes up. But unfortunately, Fairy King didn't need to. It never comes up. And then Downer Magician, random fun fact, even though she is a spellcaster with 15 defense, cards such as Possessed Partnerships can actually bring the Alchemic Magician back out, which is really, really good. But sadly, Alchemic was never made. And then the rest of the XZ section, Diamond Crab King. One time Crab King does come up in terms of switching the attack and defense around, but sadly Mirror Force came through, Crab King just got popped up. And then Gagaga Samurai, this card definitely comes up easy enough because basically it's literally the Gagaga version of Blade Armor Ninja. Nina Ruru, it never comes up. Riliona, it really never comes up. And then Drill Driver Vespinato, this card kills people. And with that being said, this is James Polk on the XZ Festival deck profile of Charmer Controls. I hope everyone is having a great time with the deck builds in the best of one in the XZ's format. And if you love to see some more future events in general, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you guys next event.